Morning friends, happy Thursday, and we're starting to get really different types of content on this channel, aren't we? And it's absolutely brilliant. Our artist cartoonist friend has been at it again, and this is all about the parody of the royal family awarding themselves fake military medals for their service. And in fact, when the royal family were on the balcony for VE Day, you had think they had personally won every war or conflict since 1827. Edward had 7 medals. He's never been near an army regiment in his life. And I'm tempted to make a really rude joke there, but I'll probably get banned from TikTok, if you know what I'm saying. The cartoon shows Charles in a running race against 2 sprinters. He's obviously got a motorised vehicle. He's already won it because the front of the vehicle is across the finish line. And before the race even starts, a loyal servant is presenting Charles with the medal. They cheat to get any medal they've ever been awarded. My challenge would be to any taxpayer in the UK. I would love you to name 3 brilliant things that Charles has achieved in his life. 3 brilliant things, apart from children, that Kate has achieved in her life. The same for William. I challenge anyone out there to get, even the royalists in the comments, you tell me 3 measurable things that any of this scrounging lot have achieved in their life, and I'll give you 10 points. Thanks again to Cartoonist Guy. Love seeing this stuff. I've got another one that I'm going to share tomorrow. Comments are open as ever. Let me know what you think.
So, have you ever noticed how the royal family seems to win all the prizes without even entering the competition? It's kind of like the ultimate life hack, isn't it? They show up, do the bare minimum, and bam! Medals, honors, and accolades coming at them like it's the Oscars. But here's the kicker, they're not even in the running for most of them. Let's talk about the most recent royal circus. This time it's all about Prince Edward, who managed to collect more fake military medals than a collector at a toy store. How does that work? Well, let's dive in. Prince Edward, a man who couldn't hack it through Royal Marines training, somehow finds himself donning military regalia, like he's the reincarnation of Lord Nelson. He didn't exactly storm the beaches of Normandy or fly fighter jets over the English Channel, but here he is, proudly wearing medals like he just won a military victory. But let's not get lost in the theatrics. The real issue is how, in a country where real veterans are overlooked and struggling, these guys get handed medals for absolutely nothing. You see, it's all part of the royal charm offensive, isn't it? If you can't be bothered to do anything substantial, at least look like you're trying. Prince Charles is the king of this strategy. He's got a chest full of medals, but most of them are for being a permanent fixture on the throne and surviving endless garden parties without embarrassing himself. This is the guy who supposedly had a tough time getting a pen to work in front of the cameras. But don't worry, that was worthy of a medal apparently. And don't even get me started on Prince William, who is still busy preparing for a job that might never come, while his most notable contribution so far is mastering the art of dodging questions about Harry. Meanwhile, you've got Prince Harry, who actually did something worth talking about. 2 tours in Afghanistan, flying Apache helicopters, and getting his hands dirty in real-life military service. He didn't need a fake medal or a ribbon from a garden party. His service, his sacrifice, and his commitment speak for themselves, and yet, he's the one who gets trashed by the tabloids while Edward gets rewarded for, well, existing. Make it make sense. Here's the thing, though. The royals want to keep playing dress-up, throwing around medals like they're party favors. But there's one thing they seem to forget. The public's not stupid. They're starting to see through the glittering facade. It's like a bad movie where the plot's been the same for decades. We know the twist. We know who the real heroes are. And spoiler alert, it's not the ones on the balcony waving. The message is loud and clear. These people aren't serving, they're taking. And not just a little, but they're collecting accolades like they're collecting rare stamps. Meanwhile, real heroes, veterans, nurses, teachers, are still waiting for recognition. Not a parade, not a medal, but actual acknowledgement for the work they do. And no, waving from a balcony doesn't count. This is where it gets tricky, though. The royals are stuck in a loop. They can't seem to figure out why the public's getting so restless. They think that a smile here and a ribbon there will smooth everything over. But you can't fool everyone forever. At some point, the people are going to want something more than a couple of medals and a photo op. They're going to want real contributions, real change. Now, let's talk about the real shining example of what the royal family could be, if only they took notes from the Sussexes. Harry and Meghan aren't playing dress-up in royal uniforms they didn't earn. They're out there actually making a difference. They left the royal bubble, built their own empire, launched the Archewell Foundation, supported veterans, advocated for mental health, and still managed to raise 2 kids under the media's microscope. They're not asking for medals. They're earning them the hard way. And when they do receive an award, it's not a participation trophy. It's for something that actually matters. Meanwhile, Charles is giving speeches about trees, William's still trying to figure out how to make his future kingship relevant, and Kate's greatest campaign is wearing hats. If this is what royalty is about in the 21st century, then maybe it's time for a little reset. The Sussexes might have left, but they've shown us what it looks like to actually do something with the privilege they were born into. So, here's the question. What have the rest of them done to earn their titles, their medals, their accolades? You'd think at least one of them would have cracked open a real achievement by now, but so far, silence. There's no groundbreaking work being done by these royals, just ground-shaking headlines and carefully curated photo ops. And the public? They're waking up. Slowly but surely, they're seeing the difference between empty royal traditions and actual service. They're seeing Harry and Meghan working harder than a whole palace PR team, and they're noticing that it's not just the titles, it's the work that counts. And when that fog lifts, the royals will have to face the music. They can't keep handing out medals like they're candy, not when real people are doing the real work. So until the rest of the royal family starts earning their medals, starts doing something that actually means something, they can keep playing dress-up. But don't expect the public to stand up and salute. They've already had enough of the royal charade. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Love you all. Bye.